Jimmy on vacation though.
I love it. I feel like we all haven't sat down together in a while because several vacations, whatever. We're like busy adults too. So thank you guys. It's 2:19 and you guys are still listening, and we're whole ass adults with busy ass lives, and it doesn't stop for this, but we be making it work.
We grateful to have Bailey back.
Yeah, man. Yeah, just traveling and shit, man. It's ugly. It's ugly. You start missing out on stuff, but we be making it work, you know. Try to make sure everyone gets their little breaks in and stuff.
Hell yeah.
I think we're like back locked in.
Yeah, we are. Cheers to us.
You know what I'm saying?
Big cheers.
Happy October, everybody. We're moving into that fall. It's cold as hell outside today.
Okay, it's literally like somebody flipped a switch, and now it's like getting into like wintertime automatically. Like it was like sunny and cold outside, like brisk.
It's like, that's how I know that this shit is a real science for real. Because, like, over the how many years humans been on the earth, we didn't really figure out when it's about to get cold for real. Because as soon as that fall hit, it's boom, boy.
Yeah, they did say we're going to have, and this is the news that use this term, a Nino winter.
What that mean?
Just like, it's supposed to be like a little Nino winter. Like, so it's supposed to be a small winter. Like, it's not even supposed to get cold like that. It's just going to be really wet. The southern hemisphere, or like, no, like the southern states are going to get like more snow than us or something. That's what they're predicting because of like global warming or whatever.
For real?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think even last year, like Texas got like mad snow.
Yeah, the power grid was fucked up. Yeah, they didn't know what to do. That little bit of snow, boy.
Yeah.
It's giving it's gonna be like how today was.
That
it was
shit
cold and rainy. Like what was happening? And then the sun was out. I'm like, will there be a rainbow or does it have to be hot?
Yeah, it was. We gotta mention this too. We were at the Levi's store on Michigan Avenue. You know what I'm saying, doing some things, and we was driving home and the sky was looking crazy. It was blue, but it was cold outside, and it was also raining with no clouds in the sky, which was crazy for real.
It was so wild.
But we were up at Levi's because we were preparing for some shit that we got coming up. That if y'all in the area on next Sunday, what's the date?
October 15th.
October 15th, we're gonna be at the Levi's store in Wicker Park on Milwaukee. Pull up on us, man. We're gonna have some good music. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna do the live podcast with our homies Lurk. They coming on to fuck with us for real.
Yeah, can't
wait.
You
guys can sit in and listen if you guys have ever wanted to see this go down and hang out with the crew.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we'll drop a RSVP link for y'all. We'll just be interviewing Lurk.
It'll be smooth. We'll be in the window and shit. Yeah, it's going to be sick. Yeah, you guys should definitely pull up.
I can't wait to talk to them boys, yo.
Yeah, I know.
Oh my gosh.
When we were like figuring out like who we should like ask to like do this interview or whatever, I was like, don't nobody wear more denim than Lurk.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my gosh. Take that the fucking shit. Hey, Levi's sponsor Lurk.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, again, the Levi's store, we're going to be doing what? We starting at 7?
It's 6 to 8.
6 to 8.
We're gonna start at 7.
We're gonna start at 7. Pull up, have a drink with us, chop it up with
15th.
us. October 15th. We'll remind y'all again too on the IG. But yeah, happy Drake Day, everybody.
Yeah,
I love a good Drake Day. Yo.
I guess, but his birthday is also this month too. So like, is it Drake Day? I know he dropped, but it's also like, I know don't let the people, like I'm not upset, but don't like make the people wait until his birthday. But like, I thought he usually dropped on his birthday if it was gonna hit in October.
No, it's just like, that's just October's very own. I rapped the bar the other day. I was
October's very own.
I was like, I'm the king of May. If Drake can be October's very own, I could be the king of May.
I thought I was the king of May. Shit.
Literally all of your birthdays.
We're all beefing. I thought I was the king of May.
Us three, Kurt and Gus.
No, dead ass. Oh my gosh. Who will win?
But yeah, Drake for All the Dogs came out today at midnight for real. I didn't even know it was dropping. I forgot that it was supposed to be dropping today. And
6 a.m.
6 a.m.
Yeah. I literally, because I'm like a 6 a.m. person now.
Yeah, I was
like
awake.
Work out and stuff. Evan woke up too, and he started playing. He started playing music, and I'm like, "What are you listening to?" He's like, "Oh, it's that new Drake." Immediately listened to like that's what I've been listening to all day from 6 a.m. all the way.
Yeah, yo, I seen the video for 8 a.m. in Charlotte dropped yesterday. And like I was watching that and I just thought that I felt like I heard them say that they were gonna push it back again. So I wasn't even At this point, I couldn't even put no more effort into waiting on the day. I was like, I don't care. And I woke up and I seen like motherfuckers was posting bars from it. I'm like, what? I'm like, oh, it's out for real. I seen Maddie posted. I'm like, what song is this?
True.
And the whole shit was out, yo. Been waiting a long time for this. I told y'all I've been waiting on Evil Drake to come out for real.
Yeah, it's super good.
Yeah, it is really good. If you guys haven't listened to it yet, whatever, you should check it out. It's definitely insane. He's rapping his ass off.
It's
oh
nuts.
my goodness.
Yeah, some of my favorite standouts. The one with 21, I fuck with it super hard.
Yep.
It's got an interlude with like some girls talking, and I didn't like that shit. For real.
I didn't like that
I thought
either.
them girls was corny.
I wish he could just keep using Kim K. She's got a nice voice. And like, I don't necessarily think that I have the nicest voice, but it's giving that interlude sounded like two bitches that sound just like me.
But
like talking
but
obnoxiously.
as soon as them girls was done talking, 21 came in
went
sliding.
in crazy.
21 was sliding for real. Like, I feel like 21, since he linked up with Drake made him want to like take his shit more seriously. You know, I feel like he on some art shit for real. You know what I'm saying? Like, even when
I think before that he was.
I fuck with old 21 too, but I feel like it's on a different level now. Like, I feel like I feel like 21 is sitting there like, should I say this word or this word? Like, should I say they or them? You know what I'm saying? Like, really crafting his verse for real.
For sure. I get that. I don't know. I feel like there's like two different sides to like 21 though. If you're talking about like the old school shit.
For sure. And then I like the what's the next one? Oh, the J. Cole joint. Oh my God, bro.
Fucking amazing.
That shit. So I guess what happened was J. Cole had put out a song with Yachty earlier in the week, right? And they, you know how the internet do, they try to like act like they taking shots at each other all the time and shit. So they was calling out one bar that he had against they said it was on YB for real. Apparently YB left him in the studio. He went to link with YB to make a song, and YB never showed up. He was just sitting in the studio for real. But yeah, they say like one of the joints on there, like he was taking shots on one of the Yachty shit, but then he came in on the Drake shit. I was like, people was talking before they knew that this album was gonna be out, and J. Cole was on it because he was like, I still want a song with YB for real. Yeah, yo, J. Cole was eating on that song, boy.
Yeah, insane,
like
dude.
now, like I really got a real appreciation for J. Cole now, because I was just telling y'all how like I used to hate on J. Cole because I thought it was funny for real.
Yeah, I thought it was like boring as fuck.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's
I
exactly
knew,
what
I knew he could rap, you know what I'm saying? I did like songs, but like I could never really just like super like lock in.
Yeah, it was like one of my favorite things to do. If somebody was like, oh yeah, I'll listen to J. Cole, and I was getting ready, like, oh yeah.
Okay.
All the jokes was ready, you know what I'm saying? And then like I heard, I was telling him earlier, like, what's the one that he's sitting on the roof or whatever? You know what I'm talking about? Everybody know what I'm talking about. The album J. Cole sitting on the roof.
Forest Hills Drive.
Yep, Forest Hills Drive. When that came out, I was listening. I'm like, this shit is hard for real.
He was
But
talking shit,
I was still committed to like not liking J. Cole. That I wasn't gonna say nothing until Your Eyes Only came out, and that's what like touched me and moved me. And was like, damn. I was like, damn, this nigga really the truth for real. Which brings me to my next point for real, is that like we were listening to somebody, and they were talking about how people like at this point it's hard to deny that Drake music don't go hard for real.
That's exactly what I was saying. It's really hard to hate on him at this point. At this point, you got to let go of a lot of judgment and hate that you might have like, about Aubrey.
Yeah, all that like, oh, he's soft, he's a dork.
Yeah, all of that. Like you got to start letting that shit go.
No, because like from like a rap, like even like a technical rap standpoint, like looking at some of this shit that he be saying, you be like, what the fuck, bro? Like our homie, we was talking about, we got homies that like in the beginning, they were like, I don't fuck with Drake. And they locked into that. Just like I was saying about J. Cole, I was locked into not liking J. Cole.
Hell yeah. I was locked into not liking Drake, bro. You know that. You were the one.
You was one of the people.
You were the one who showed me that one, whatever that mixtape was, where he's got the turtleneck and there's like the autumn in the background. I literally was like, bro, there's no way that that's Jimmy from fucking Degrassi. And you were like, yeah, he like makes music and stuff. I'm like, that shit finna be fucking ass.
No, that shit.
I thought that shit was like comeback season.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Bro. I literally was like, this is trash. People are literally like riding his dick. This is crazy as fuck. It's not even that good. and then he started dropping them slow tracks that like speak to the women and shit. I was like, fuck. I heard Marvin's Room.
Oh God.
Trust issues, bro. I was sick.
Yeah, like on this album, G, like he dropped the 8 a.m. in Charlotte shit last night. I'm listening to it and like when it first came on, I was like, all right, it's cool. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm expecting, when I hear time step rank, I'm expecting to hear that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Shit came on, I'm like, all right, it's all right. Like, he had a couple bars, the Silence of the Lamb bar and shit like that.
Yeah.
Bro, when he started talking about wherever you go, we go, Yugoslovakia, checks clearing, Czechoslovakia, what the fuck? After that, I was like, this nigga is out of here, bro. Like, his man, like, click. And then right after that, when he was like, when he was like, it's like Mike traded the boxing gloves for a pen. It's so enticing. I was like, this nigga is blacked out, bro.
Yeah, it's insane.
And then after that, he just started going in. Like, I expect him to go in for real.
And like,
you know
I know a lot of people are always like, oh, he doesn't write and this, that, and the third. But it comes off like he's like really writing this shit.
Yeah.
I just feel like it's a group of people because Barry had to put me onto that too. What really happens when like these rappers go into the studio to make music? I know I've said this on the pod before. Once upon a time, I used to think like, oh yeah, when anyone would have a feature, those niggas were like hanging out like how I've seen my friends make music.
Exactly.
They're like flying into Chicago and then like go to the studio and like smoke a blunt together and they're like writing, but like. Then you were like telling me like, oh, these niggas are like sending the track. Like they'll be like, they'll be wherever the fuck. I'm thinking that they made the song and there's like this like cohesiveness because they like wrote it together and they were there to record it.
On that J. Cole record, he got a bar. He was like, normally people send me joints and they're terrible, like a 2-year-old. You know what I mean?
Oh my gosh, yeah.
But he was like, we playing some shit 2 niggas made in the studio, and I was like, oh, they must have really been together when they did this shit for real. Evan was saying that they said that they just recorded that one or some shit, right? Is that what you heard?
So,
Yeah, I think like earlier, like today or something, or like yesterday or some shit like that.
Right before it dropped, I believe.
Yeah,
but my point was that I think Drake, like, just like you said, like, it's giving, he is writing it. And I think he is. And I think that a whole ghost writing thing is just like people finding out how it really happens in the studio where there's like 5 niggas in a room and they're writing this shit along with him, like helping out. They're like trading bar, trying to.
He definitely get reference tracks and shit. There's definitely niggas that make the song and be like, oh, this song go hard. Let me send it to Drake, see if he want to take something out of this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
I feel like that happens more with like the pop song.
But that's what I was going to say. That's just how the industry work for real. I know that, like, the only reason, like, when I first heard that shit, like, I wasn't taken back bad at all when Drake wasn't writing his shit, because I already knew that, because a lot of the songs that, like, I started liking Drake as an artist, I used to, like, download on LimeWire and shit, was reference songs that he had made for other people, for real. Like, I would hear the Drake version, I'd be like, oh, this is my shit. Then I would hear it on the radio, Jamie Foxx singing it. You know what I'm saying? Several of those, Rihanna singing it and shit.
my fucking mind, too.
So, like, that's just how the industry work, for real.
Yeah, but shout out to Drake.
That was a Digital Girl, I think.
If you guys haven't listened to that shit.
I think that was Digital Girl.
Which one?
The Drake and Jamie Foxx one you're talking about?
Oh, no, that was
Fall for Your Tide.
For your tide. Yeah,
right.
yo. I hit the version with just Drake on it, for real.
We have to watch the music video. I love that song, and then the music video.
Yeah, yo. Drake, there's one like Rihanna song I remember like downloading a long time ago, and it was the Drake reference version of the Rihanna song, because he rapping like Rihanna, like a female. You know what I'm saying? Like in the like how he speaking this shit. But that shit was so fire for real. I'd rather listen to the Drake one for real. The Alicia Keys joint too. What was the Alicia Keys one? Oh fuck! What was the Alicia Keys one he did? That shit was fire too. I had
Unthinkable.
Unthinkable, yeah. I had the Drake version of that. Yeah. It was just Drake on it.
Oh my gosh, my mind is being blown. Oh my gosh, it's crazy. Stop. We have to get off Drake, bro. We've literally been talking about him for mad long. The album just dropped, and I guess we're just like really excited.
Yeah, no, for sure. Last thing I say about the Drake shit is that like this nigga is really rapping these songs. Like the performance element on the album is like next level for real. The way he even just 100%. Like rapping the songs with so much intensity, like that fucking J. Cole one when he was, I'm about to click, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
He was really on some blackout shit for real.
And when he performs those songs, it's like, I hear what you're saying because it's almost giving. He's performing so hard, like on the album. Like these aren't songs that you can just let the backtrack go. Like every time he performs, like there's hits that are gonna come off of this shit. When he performs this shit live, it's going to be insane because he only has one choice, and that's like to dedicate. No, you're good.
No, he's definitely like coming off like he has something to prove.
Yeah. Niggas be like, talking shit all the time.
And artists like that established that's like still hungry is like always sick to listen to.
Hell yeah, because it make you try even harder. You keep changing up your shit.
Yeah, yo, when he said, I don't know what song it was, when he said News Cruise, it like rapped it, like rammed it all crazy. He said paparazzi and News Cruise. I was like, damn, this nigga really on a technical like rapping level for real.
Yeah, flipping words like, and shit.
Evan told me the other day, he was like, yo, sometimes when you be rapping, you be monotone and like you gotta start performing it better. And I was like, you know what, you fucking right, bro. You know what I'm saying? Start going to the different keys. Start playing with the words, boys, instead of just rapping monotone.
Yeah,
because, like,
don't just say that shit. Say that shit.
You gotta make motherfuckers feel what you saying for real.
That's what
so
friends
like,
are for.
Period, okay?
Oh,
Dead
God,
ass. A lot of people need their friends to be on me.
But Yachty dropped the EP too.
Oh my god,
that shit came out early. We ain't talked about that shit, but it's like 5 songs or something like that.
Is that the one with Tesla on it?
No, that's the one with the J. Cole shit on there. You seen that shit yet? It just came out for real.
Oh, okay.
I haven't heard it yet.
I fuck with Yachty. I really fuck with Yachty right now. We always talk about this shit though, so we can kind of speed past it because I say the same shit all the time.
I feel like Yachty transitioning into that next level though, because like I remember,
100%.
you know what I'm saying? He was like the scapegoat. Like when you about to make fun of SoundCloud rap, like that was like let's make fun of Yachty type shit.
Exactly. He was a part of that category. You're right. That's crazy.
Yeah, but now he on some artist shit for real.
Yeah, he's sick.
He's definitely.
He been stepping his production up. I'm sure he made some of these beats on this new Drake. 100%. I know he got a song with him because I know they be in the studio together and shit.
Definitely elevating so fucking much.
But that's the thing. I could tell when like motherfuckers got that in them for real. You know what I'm saying? Like I've been listening to Yachty since Yachty first came out type shit. It's like I remember waiting on Lil Boat to come out.
For sure. And you gotta just keep. Go ahead, man.
And like being around bigger artists, like it forces you to like, you know.
That Drake effect.
Yeah. Kinda, go harder.
You get that Drake effect on you. You be wanting to go harder for real, yo. Yeah, like a lot of motherfuckers. Tizo on the album twice. He snuck Tizo on there twice. And that's another motherfucker that we done seen his whole progression for real.
Yeah, he's so sick.
Like the nigga went from rapping in his alley in 2020. Now he got 2 songs on the Drake shit. Snoop said his name for all the dogs.
Like that shit is insane. Shout out to Tizo Touchdown. Really happy to see that. It's amazing to literally see like, even like Yachty, it's just like how much you're going to keep trying to get there because like you can make music that's like trendy and in the now, and I feel like that's why they're easy scapegoats to make fun of. Even like Uzi, you know what I'm saying? If you're talking about the SoundCloud rapper era, like it's easy to put them in a category because like, oh yeah, you're just making this trendy ass music. What else do you have? And it's like they're elevating, they're showing us what else they have, and it's fucking sick and it's sticking. Like I love it, man.
I feel like they was the first niggas that like you would like their songs and you would play it in public and people would be like, what the fuck is you listening to?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And it sound kind of, like respectfully, it sound kind of childish or whatever. I don't know. Perry started making me really acknowledge some of the music I listen to sounds a little young. And I'm like, yeah, I'm trying to at least acknowledge that and see what else that they have. Because you won't survive if you just stay in that like SoundCloud, like hyphy ass music. Like you have to give them something else.
Yeah. And like Drake can like kind of be like an A&R in a way, just like bringing these like little artists and like
he always do that shit
their best way.
That's the whole reason I know who J. Cole is. Drake. That's how I know J. Cole. That's how I know who Migos is. That's how I know who y'all is.
Versace.
Yeah, that's how I know who a lot of y'all niggas is for real.
Who you talking to?
No, niggas that be making music that I fuck with. Like I learned about y'all through Drake for real. I ain't gonna hold you for real.
Nate said, "Listen, you don't know me through that." Who else? Earl Sweatshirt dropped some shit.
Earl and Alchemist snuck some shit out too.
Today?
I think it was today. This is the first day I seen it. I know last week they had the video out, the Earl and Mike video.
That's sick. I mean, I already know it's fire. Like,
Yeah, it's super cool.
if you
Beats are
know,
awesome.
you know. Like,
yeah.
it's like I could just see it on the board and be like, oh yeah, I already know it's fire. Because that's definitely my lane of music that I listen to all the time. I smoke hella weed and I just be trying to catch that vibe. They do it all the time. That's why they work together all the time.
Shout out that nigga Earl Sweatshirt.
For
man.
real. Also,
Yeah.
a young nigga who came up in the world. You gotta make it
a motherfucker,
stick, dog.
that's a motherfucker I knew was special when I first heard him rapping for real, yo.
Do you have anything else besides Odd Future? What else? And he said, oh, let me pull out.
Yeah, I remember when it
my
was
fucking
Free Earl.
portfolio.
Remember the Free Earl campaign for real.
Yeah, man.
Low
Yeah.
key, we was watching that shit with him and his mama. Earl and his mama got like a video on YouTube. They were doing like a panel thing. They was speaking to like people at like a university or some shit. Cause his mama is like a professor at some university in California or whatever. So they were doing like a little panel and shit. And I was just like, damn, do you remember when like Earl's mama was the most hated woman on the internet for real? I was like, damn, you sent my nigga to Africa.
No, dead eyes.
Free Earl for real. But like,
She was just being a good mom.
low key, the nigga probably needed that shit.
Yeah, she probably fucking saved his life for
On
real.
God, for real. Like, if I was an established motherfucker, I didn't work and got my, cause like his people, like, cause he African, 80. If I didn't came over here and got up and then I seen the fucking Earl video, but I seen all these Odd Future videos. I'm like, yo, you gotta stop.
Especially at 15 years old.
Yeah,
like,
15 years
wow.
old. These niggas tweaking. Yeah, I gotta do so. He going down a road path for real.
He's like, Mom, I'm going to spend the night at my friend's house.
My friend Tyler.
That shit.
She said him? Hell no.
No, but on the new shit, he's like definitely rapping like really well and rapping like more straightforward, which is cool.
Mm-hmm.
I love that.
It's like it's so evolved for real from where he used to be.
How
and shit.
old is he?
Earl gotta be. I mean, he gotta be in his late 20s, maybe early 30s.
How old is Tyler?
Probably around the same age for real.
For sure.
Yeah, yo, Earl flow is evolved so much, yo. Like since he linked up with them New York niggas, he definitely like. It's like when we were talking with Jose Franco last week about like simplifying your shit, but with having everything with intent. You know what I'm saying? It's like the next level of complexity in your rhymes. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
That nigga used to be like technically like sound for real. That nigga would be rhyming words in the beginning and the end, and like when he first came on Odd Future, but now he done like trimmed it down. It's like concise to the point for real.
For sure, he's working with the right people. I fuck with that whole camp. Whatever they're doing, keep fucking doing that shit. Because if that kind, like, it's giving Stone's Throw. You know what I'm saying? Like, I need all of that shit and put all these young niggas on for real. Like, why not? You know?
Hell yeah.
It's amazing.
It's getting cold outside. It's October.
Dude, this shit is crazy. Shout out spooky season. But it's
Yeah.
crazy.
Ooh.
It's definitely cold as fuck in Chicago now. It feel like winter for real. Like, my toes are cold.
Yeah, when this time happened, I'll be in the crib. 31 Days of Horror. St. Icky's 31 Days of Horror.
Period.
Checking
Perry
in my
loves
story.
doing this shit.
Checking in my story to see what's good, man. We
This
watching
is
a
why
horror
me
movie
and
every
Perry
day.
are really best friends, because maybe it started with horror.
In October, I don't want to watch nothing but horror.
Exactly. The way you say this, so
Horror.
funny.
I say horror. That's all I want to see, yo.
Yeah, I'm trying to see like gore and shit. But like, yeah, I watch horror movies all the time. Right, that's like my thing. Thrillers,
I don't watch nothing.
suspense,
Nothing
psychological
but horror
thrillers.
in October.
Yeah,
First
I
week,
feel you.
first week, I started off the month. I watched Suspiria.
What is that?
That shit was crazy for real.
You
So,
don't know it's a spirit.
so originally it's like
I'm terrible at horror movies.
it's like a cult horror movie from like the 60s or 70s,
Yeah.
I think, or some shit like that. But Amazon did a remake. That's the one I watched. They did a remake in 2018, and that shit was fucking crazy. That might be my favorite witch movie for real.
Yeah, it's definitely alright. But sometimes I feel like when people say like cult movie, like sometimes, because it's like I don't know if I'm using this word right, but like niche, like there's like a moment in time, like it's giving like Valley of the Dolls, like it's it's like very like, you know, psychedelic. Like they definitely, the original one, they were definitely doing so many drugs.
Yeah, no,
when they
oh
made
God,
that
for real.
shit.
So-
So I can only imagine the new one is only giving you those same kind of visuals, and maybe sometimes I feel like lacking the story, but like the visuals, like visually you're looking at something that
Well,
looks
you know,
crazy.
like witch movies is usually always the same.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's about It's about these old ass witches switching bodies to young bitches for real. That's literally what every witch movie is about. It is for real.
Simplified by
I mean, but that's the
Mr. Right
that's
Now.
the genre.
Mr. Right Now, the Belmont Bully.
That's what I should have
What
said.
movie would that be?
Name a movie about witches.
Bewitched.
That ain't a movie. That's a show. Name a movie about witches.
Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
That-
Wait, actual
sorry.
witches?
Yeah, name a horror movie about witches.
Horror movie.
A horror movie? So
there's
not
probably
Hocus
more.
Pocus. Like,
No, low key. That's what Hocus Pocus is about.
but that's not a horror movie.
No,
That's
but I'm
a
just
family.
saying. But a witch movie is about old
The
witches
Witch.
switching bodies to get young.
Hereditary.
That's literally what Hocus Pocus is about.
You're right. Yeah, but it goes off of those, like, Brothers Grimm fucking story. Like, there's concepts that movies
But, like,
keep riding over
like
and over
you-
again. Witches will steal.
They
like,
will steal
use.
your body in a second.
That's
boy.
why Ursula was the sea witch.
You know what I'm
because
saying?
she was trying to steal like Ariel.
witches stay
like,
trying to
youth.
they stay trying to get young for real.
Yeah, 'cause I feel like they live forever type shit like that.
But that's how they live forever. They put their soul through different people for real. That's what every witch movie is about.
Yeah.
But it was
What up?
super trippy because I was off the shrooms when I ate a little chocolate of mushrooms. And like my homegirl put it on. I'm like, I'm watching this shit. I'm like, did you put on a Ring movie?
You just said it
'cause
was a
I-
bunch of random shit.
Yeah, it was just about like I don't know if it was the mushrooms. It definitely was the mushrooms. 'Cause I'm watching this shit. I'm just like, this just seemed like a bunch of random fucked up scenes after each other, like on some Ring type shit for real.
yeah.
But then like in the morning I woke up and I was like, let me just watch this shit again to see what it's on. And I
I
was
love
like,
that
oh.
you ran it back.
I was like, oh, it runs like
Harry's
a regular
good
movie.
for running some shit back. I love that for him though, because he's
Yeah.
like, listen, I feel like I saw it when I was like under the influence. So I'm just gonna like make sure those lines.
No, yeah, I put
and
it
the
on.
people look the same
Yeah,
way.
make sure I wasn't tweaking.
I put it on. The movie ran like a movie for real. I was like, I was off the shrooms.
But it's a movie you can lose yourself in. That's what
It
I'm
is.
saying. It's like Valley of the Dolls. Like it's a movie literally like drug inducing. Like I
Yeah.
know that's like a trendy thing, but yeah, when you like start doing psychedelic drugs and watching these movies, it all starts making sense
Yeah.
of what you're seeing because they only put it in place for when you're fucking tripping.
It's definitely a good watch, yo. If y'all ain't seen that one, it's on Amazon Prime.
Yeah, if you want to get to into a
Suspiria.
little spooky, like something visual, you can like look down at your phone and look back up and still look crazy.
That's the
Like,
key.
you can, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because not everyone's into that shit, but like visually, sometimes I feel like you need all that artistic, like,
Yeah.
you know, they definitely took care with that. But
And then the next
What
day,
else did you see?
the next day I watched Evil Dead Rises, the latest Evil
oh
Dead movie.
my
Oh, I heard that was
God.
sketchy. I heard that was mega sketchy.
It was silly for real.
Oh, really?
Very silly for real.
Perry's so funny.
Evil
with
Dead
his-
is always silly though.
silly is such a weird adjective.
It was
to,
like
use.
excessive gore, blood shooting everywhere,
But
like
that's
shit you would
like
laugh
what
at.
Evil
for real.
Dead has always been like,
Yeah.
body gore and shit. So
Like
like
when-
I understood that, but it was just like
Oh yeah, for real. It was funny. It was funny as hell for real.
it wasn't
Alright.
bad though.
It wasn't bad. It was actually decent for real.
It definitely was not bad. It was just like, oh shit, this is a lot.
I love when like a horror movie is like funny.
Yeah, when you're
Wait.
laughing and
Yeah.
people are getting killed and
Yeah, when the
slaughtered.
deaths are just like ridiculous.
You're like, oh
Like Shaun of
shit.
the Dead or
Yeah, not that. No, I mean that, but not like an obvious comedy.
It's
but
like when they swing the like fucking miner's pick and it lands in the eyeball. You're like, oh shit.
I still jump though.
Oh, that's a movie that me and Evan watched. We watched The Hills Have Eyes.
Yeah, that shit
Yeah.
fucked me up for real. I won't take road trips off of that movie. For real.
Yeah.
See, like those movies are rough to watch. 'Cause,
Yeah.
like, you know,
That's what
like-
really make a scary movie scary to me is that like, could this shit actually happen to me for
Nah,
real?
dead ass. And if I feel fucked up afterwards, like not scared, like, oh, I can't go to sleep, but it's just like I feel so disgusted. Like, and I
Yeah.
feel so uncomfortable. That's a good horror
That's
movie.
why Hostel fucked me up for real.
Hostels.
Yeah, Hostel
I
is
used to-
pretty fucked.
I used to want to go to like Europe and backpack and shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm a punk kid. Like I sleep on floors all the time. You know what I'm saying? saying? I was like, I could definitely
Yeah,
do that and have like
deadass
an experience.
hostile.
Hell no, bro.
Yeah, nah, fuck.
Because they
that
got
shit.
picked off doing exactly what I would have been doing.
That ass partying with some beautiful ass European women.
God, for real. I was like, oh, these bitches trying to get us to go back to
Just
the
trying to
crib.
have a good time. Just trying to party, having a
my
good,
soul.
honest time.
I'm a slide.
And guess what? And spoiler alert, they fucking smashed and still ended up loud. They smashed, so it's not like like they led up to
They
the whole
smashed for a
thing. Like
reason.
it wasn't like a whole. Like they like led up and like seduced them to kill them. They smashed.
That's
And
crazy.
then killed
The
them.
long game.
Then I
The
got you.
long game.
That's how they get you for real.
He literally slayed the most beautiful girl ever, and he got up and
Slayed
like
is
looked
crazy.
at her and went to go use the bathroom, and then just ended up in situations
That's
like what?
crazy.
You thought you were that guy until someone's drilling like a fucking screwdriver into your kneecap. Like what is
Damn.
going on?
She got drilled and so did he.
Dude,
I watched the Nun.
I haven't seen that.
The Nun, I for real. I happen to like those Conjuring movies a lot for real.
Yeah, there's two people in the world. I feel like it's like you either like those Conjuring movies or like you don't.
Cause you know why I like them? I was saying I don't know who I was talking to the other day, but I was like, I like how like they all got different titles and shit. Cause it's been multiple times I've been watching a movie and them two motherfuckers pop out of nowhere to solve the. I'm like, what the fuck? These niggas coming? I was like, this is a Conjuring movie, like Yada Adona. You seen Yada Adona?
Nah, bro.
Yada Adona
What are
was
you
crazy.
saying?
Can't say I have, bro.
Yada Adona was crazy.
Doesn't ring a
bro.
bell.
Or the devil made me do it. You seen that one?
No.
Nah.
That was
does
out a
sound
couple
mad
years
familiar.
ago. What's that
That one
The
sounds
Nun.
good. That's the only one that
Yeah.
sounds
That
like the
does sound
devil
cool.
made me do it.
That
I would
sounds
watch
sick.
that. Yeah, I would fuck around and watch that.
The Nun, of
The
course.
Nun, I'm not. I don't know.
The Nun was alright for real. I fuck with it.
Wait,
And,
is
Annabelle,
Jude
that's the other
Law
one.
in there?
Anyone like that has like the religion shit is like funny to me for some reason. I don't know
Facts.
why.
You trying to go see The Exorcist?
Ooh,
Yeah,
the new one?
we think about
Yeah,
going to
you
see
and
that
me
shit
back.
tomorrow for real.
We should
I'm-
fuck around and go
I'm
see
with
that
it.
tomorrow.
Yeah.
I didn't even know they did a new Exorcist, bro.
Yeah, it's a little black girl. I fuck with it. I'm just gonna see.
What? As Reagan?
Yeah, I mean, no, I think it's like it's not the same story. It's like a continuation, but yeah, it's like a little black girl
okay.
this time for real.
Facts.
Now,
Interesting.
What if
What
they
else?
called it The Exorcist?
Maybe both.
Cut the mics. Duh, Exorcist. I would be mad as hell. I'd be like, this is an abomination.
It's like a weak ass Tubi movie.
But yeah, tap in with me, man. See what I'm watching every day.
Yeah,
I'ma post
Perry
it.
loves doing this for all
Yeah.
of October. He does
Yeah.
it every single year. I
been
fuck with
mad
it because
consistent.
I love horror movies
Remember
too.
we sat there and watched all the Paranormal Activities. We was like Paranormal Activity 8.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
But like that's the thing. When you start seeing that shit, you be like, all right, man. Like they dropped Saw 10, Saw like 15 that they on now. I'm
And
like,
I
bro,
heard that shit was weak as fuck. Like it's not even giving the same storyline. So you know, like the
Saw is on 15.
I don't know what they on. Something
the
like
plot twist like thing that they had to figure out so
Yeah.
they could save themselves.
'Cause
I
the-
guess they're not
the
doing
thing
that
about
anymore.
like I was breaking down to somebody the other day why the like Saw was good because like it fucked with the timeline. Like you was watching shit and you thought it was this timeline, but this already happened.
yeah.
Yeah.
And woo, you know what
Saw
I'm
was
saying?
raw. I saw that.
Yeah, literally the first
one
one
in
is
theaters.
literally. Yeah, oh my gosh, I wish I
Yeah,
would have
it's
seen
fucked
that.
up.
But like that's why the Conjuring is dope for real because like they name they shit different shit. So like if it was like Conjuring 8, I'd be like, I'm not watching Conjuring 8. But like it's some shit they tricked you into watching because you think it's some new shit.
Yeah.
I
And
feel
then
like it's just
them
not
niggas come
my-
out.
I'll
I
watch
need
the
something-
Purge 8.
I need something gorier.
There's too
Yeah,
many
everyone was
purges.
getting into that purge shit
There's too
so
many
I'll have
purges.
crazy.
to watch Forever Purge.
Oh
I
my
seen that one.
gosh, he was
Forever Purge
watching
was
all
crazy.
that shit, man.
Does Final Destination count?
Yeah.
That's a good ass.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying when I say like
Yeah,
thriller,
yo.
suspense, like that.
Yeah.
Those are like movies I fuck with. Like, oh shit,
Yeah.
people are getting killed and stuff. Yeah, fine. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that definitely like kind of changed how like driving traffic for real. Like,
Yeah, oh, my
God.
gosh.
Or
With
how I
those
get on the
fucking
motherfucking
logs.
plane for real.
Or a plane, yeah, for
be
sure.
behind an 18 wheeler and be like,
Yeah, maybe not. Maybe I just pull over to
It
the
might be a wrap
side.
for me. I'm gonna get in the left lane.
Have you guys seen Green Inferno?
Yeah, I seen Green Inferno before. Sky
Haven't seen
Fiera
it.
was in the movie for like 2 seconds.
Yeah, it's so funny because right when her square head ass got on the screen, I had asked Evan, I was like, oh shit, isn't that Sky, whatever her last
Don't talk
name
about
is?
Perry's girl like that.
No, I'm dead ass. Perry definitely got a type, boy, and that's all I'm gonna say.
Chill.
Because the only reason why I know,
Now you already talked about it.
bro, I literally looked at the screen and I said to Evan, and I was like, oh yeah, maybe he doesn't even know because I don't even know. But I'm like, I feel like I'm right. And I was like, if Perry was here, he would. And I'm like, the only reason why I even know what that bitch looks like is because of Perry. And then they rolled the credits at the beginning and it literally showed her name, Sky Fiera or whatever. And I'm like, oh yeah, absolutely. Her square.
Yeah, Green Inferno was crazy too. Y'all watch that shit too. It's about
Yeah,
the activists go down to South America and the natives capture their ass.
I definitely don't want to do any spoiler alerts, but definitely watch that shit. Just like Perry said, fucking activists going into the jungle and shit, and the natives
Yeah.
get
shit,
up on them.
That movie was fun.
Let me get this hot shit off, man.
Yeah, let's go, man.
All right, so this week we're gonna have my boy Ease World. Shout out Ease World. He was on
Big
a couple
shout out.
podcasts ago.
Shout out, Ease. We see you, boy.
Yeah, he just dropped a single called Bird's Eye. He was talking about it when he was on the pod for real. So gotta let this ride. This Bird's Eye by Ease World. Let's get it. Yes, sir. That was Bird's Eye by my boy Ease World. Shout out Ease World. Go back and listen to the episode. The nigga got fire.
Absolutely. Thank you so
Fits
much for
all
sitting
day.
down
Great
with
dude.
us, bro. Hell yeah.
So earlier, me and Bailey was talking, and like I was on one of my rants, and I said something. I was like, "Damn, write that down for real." When I was like, for all the artists out there, instead of like trying to be the artist that you want to be, just accept and be the artist that you is for real.
Yeah.
That's so fucking real. And Perry be saying this shit, bro. Also, my fucking best friend, dude. Because, like, yeah, we just be kicking it and chilling and stuff. But sometimes Perry has that ism and he be dropping these little gems. And while I was struggling with the artist block, like, that was some real ass shit. Because if you step away from something that's, like, considered your passion, whether it's art or not, like, there's, like, space. Unfortunately, the way the world is set up, and it's not making excuses, it's just, like, I feel like facts. The way the world is set up, you're like already ready to compare yourself and then be like, oh, when I come back, there's just always like this desire to have like a comeback. And it goes to like a lot of like comparison. So like you start trying to be, oh, I'm finna come back like this. Yeah. Instead of like, what? Like I used to do this. I took a break. Like I still do it.
You know what I'm saying?
Why on earth would I try to come back like this? Like people fucked with the way I was. Like why do I have this desire to try to step in a way that's not like authentic to myself?
Yeah. It's easy to like look at other artists that are like doing their things and like compare yourself to them and kind of like getting this like mental whirlwind of like trying to be like that right away.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? When really you can just like be yourself and it'll come eventually.
Yeah,
you
I
know
think
what
it
I'm
come.
saying?
I think it come with finding yourself for real.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because like I feel like it's easy to like look at what other niggas is doing and expect yourself to be on the same shit. Because why I do what I do is because I seen the shit that I seen. I like what I like.
Exactly.
So you want to do what you seen other motherfuckers do that you liked. You know what I'm saying?
Valid.
But like I feel like once you get to a certain point, you realize that like you can only do you for real. You know what I'm saying? That's why I be telling you sometimes I be like, we can only do what we can do for real.
Absolutely.
Everyone else's success is
Know what I'm
like
saying?
not yours. Like you know what I'm saying? Like,
Another
On God, for
gem. I'm finna listen back to this shit. I hope y'all heard that. Everyone's success is not your success. That's some real ass shit.
yeah, I mean everyone's time will come. You know
For
what I'm saying?
real.
Yeah, because like we was just in the Levi store and we was talking earlier before we was setting up the pod, and I was like, I remember when like just like last year or 2 years ago, like I used to be like, I don't want to get no Levi's shirt. I could get the Kith one because I seen another nigga with the Kith one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm just like, nigga, I've been wearing Levi's since I could remember for real.
Exactly.
I need to wear what I could get. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Sure.
be my that's what. In order to be yourself, you gotta like learn yourself for real.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
And that's like the stepping stone. And I feel like a lot of motherfuckers then got lost on for real because motherfuckers wanna. They see what other motherfuckers got and they just like, oh, I want to do that.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Keep up with the Joneses type shit.
Exactly.
You know what I'm
Keep
saying?
up with the
It's just
Joneses.
Sometimes I feel like sometimes the way life is almost like you forget who you are to relearn it, and the world goes round, and that's how life goes. And when you go through these stages, like, you have these moments where you don't know what's going on, and you don't know if you're making the right decisions, and then like a moment of clarity, and then you go through it again, and then like a moment of clarity, like you forget who you are, but you got to circle back and like relearn who you are, and like appreciate that shit, you know?
Yeah, like how many times I done told you, baby, all right, we can only do what we can do for real.
Dead ass. Yeah. And I'd be mad as hell when you be saying that shit too, because I'd be mad as fuck trying to do the absolute most. And Perry's like, listen, like, what is the point of even getting upset? We can only do what we can do. These are what we have. Like, realistically, this is what we can do. What is, and we can
make the most of what we got for real.
Yeah,
and like
absolutely.
that's the shit that
or not do it at all.
Exactly. Like when we was last week with Jose Franco. Like I was telling the bar on Jose Franco album that like Kobe knows, and he was like, you gotta love your inner self before you could be Bean and some shit like that. Yeah. And we was talking about like him and his like his ostrich jackets and shit, and him rapping about it. But just like make your life the thing that the thing that you trying to sell to people. Don't sell people an idea, image that you done built up in your mind or what you think it should be.
Yeah, and assume that that's saturated, you know, a lane of saturation. Like, oh yeah, I felt like wanting to be this guy, and I built my whole image off of being this guy. Just like the next guy, just like the next guy. You don't want to just glorify your own life that's tangible to you. Like, yeah, I have all this shit and it's cool as fuck. I think it's cool as fuck. So I feel like you should think it's cool as fuck. And no, I don't have Fendi rugs. Like, you know what I'm saying? But this shit is cool as fuck. Like,
like when you listen to music and shit, and like you hear shit that you like and shit, like it's so much music I listen to that I would never even try to make. That's some of my favorite songs is genres and all sorts of shit that I would never even try to make. But that don't make me not like it. You can like anything you want to like, but like what you do the best.
Exactly. Like
you
I've heard like a lot of artists say like when I'm writing, I don't listen to anything because they know that if they do listen to something, that it will influence their music and it won't come off authentic. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but either way, but that's the shit I was saying. Either way, even if you gotta listen to other shit you like and pull from that, do what you do.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Don't worry about what anybody goes say for you. Do what you do, what you can make the best song from.
Trust your best judgment. It just sucks because something about our generation made us like that though, bro, where we even sit here and like try to project that instead of circling back to self. Like, you can even make, if you listen to somebody else and you're influenced, like there's still a way to do something about what you want to do with that sound. Like I want to give off that kind of cadence without like just biting because you know that that's the way that people like music now.
Look, I'm going to tell you just like this. Look, like since I got this crib, I got the new crib, I got the motherfucking mortgage, I had to cut back on a lot of my music production tools. You know what I'm saying? I was paying subscriptions to a lot of VSTs, different instruments and shit. I had to cut back on that shit. And I was like, well, I'm just gonna like use samples and shit for now. And like before I used to be like, I don't want to just use a drum sample because like I ain't make the drum sample. And like fuck all that shit.
Yeah.
Fuck all that shit. I'm trying to make the best song you can make for real. You know what I'm saying?
Here, using all of your resources.
Yeah, because you know why? Because I definitely be going through them sample packs and I hear the shit that y'all niggas is using for real. Like I definitely went through. I'm like, this that Lil TJ song right here.
See, but what is that thing? And I don't want to say a chip because I might even be using that phrase the wrong way. But like, what is that thing? You know what I'm saying? Like, because like I feel you on that. Oh, I didn't make that fucking beat pattern. Like, I'm not finna use that shit because like, I just want to.
I didn't make
sure that I
didn't make music with hella niggas and shit. And I'd be like, all right, that shit go hard. He's like, well, we didn't make that shit. Let me try to make something like that. Man, fuck that shit. I'm using all the samples. I paid for them bitches for real. Shout out Splice.
Fear you. You gotta invest in yourself.
If I can't make the drum pattern, I'm finna use the sample.
All the rest of these niggas, like, why isn't it just enough for you to be like happy that you're able to pay for them to use these things to make your music sound amazing instead of being like, it has to come from.
You know what I'm saying? It's some ego shit. Cause like, if you even think about it, that's how hip hop was even made in the first place. Like it came from nigga with 2 turntables. He was taking the breaks off of one and putting a sample over another one. Niggas didn't give a fuck. Niggas was trying to make the hottest song that they could make for real. It's like some ego shit for real. Like that's the same thing when we was talking about like AI and all that shit. Motherfuckers be like, well, I don't think blah, blah, blah. Nigga, use that shit the best you can for real. Now you ain't got to outline the thing. Now you just AI it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like even on the style tip, like, you know, like I'm never like, one of those people that has to get like the shoe that just came out or like like the latest drop. Like, bro, I'll be like on the internet like doing deep research on like old shit that I like, you know what I mean? Or like thrifting or like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
that's so real too. Yeah.
Like,
and you be flea as fuck, dog, not wearing the newest, latest thing that just dropped in the shit.
Like, I don't want to like walk into the place with like, you know.
I was just telling them a story about when I was in
the Jordan that everyone has that just dropped. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you finna get that one in the corner, like vintage one.
That weird one from
that
like
weird one
2014
exactly
that's been stomped on. You know,
that's
what I
how
mean?
you get pieces, you guys. Mr. Garments over here. Y'all know who it is.
For real.
Natey Jacks.
Yo, like if it's one thing I could spread to motherfuckers, it's just like the do you for real. Do what you can do. Like I said, I was telling the story about the Levi's shirt. I copped the Levi's shirt and I was like, damn, it was a knockoff for some other shit for real. I'm like, fuck it. I'm gonna start buying fake shoes. I don't give a fuck for real.
Cause why not?
Why not? That's what I could do. That's what I could do for real. Am I clean? Am I clean?
You know what I'm saying? You might as well. Whatever. We should all live our lives. But the comparison, dog.
I'm throwing all that shit out the window, G. I'm getting what I like for real and what I can do for real. Like, ain't no reason for me to sit here and like think I'm broke because I can't buy a $300 shirt when there is a shirt that looks exactly the same that I could buy. You know what I'm saying?
I feel that, but on the shoe tip, it's like, I don't know. Me, I'm a dork and I'm a purist. So like,
I feel you on that.
For me, it's like there's so much shit out there, and it's like, yo, I'm not gonna get the fake one. It's like if I can't afford it, then I'm just like not gonna wear it. You know what I mean?
But a lot of times, not even because
like, I don't need that shoe. That there's so much other shit that you can do.
Well,
one. Me and Perry had this conversation at Pitchfork.
That's cool if you feel that way, and you won't look down on me for like being like, fuck it, I'm finna get the fake.
Not at all.
You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna look down. That's what you want to do, and that's what you want to do.
Exactly.
And also, it's not even because I can't afford them. It's because you can't find them motherfuckers.
But even
when
exactly, and it's like resale and all that shit.
So
but it's like.
It's like, why do I have to participate? I don't have to participate. I'm participating in this because of my ego. Because I'm like, I don't want to be wearing fake shoes. You know what I mean? Motherfuckers got fake Gucci's and Louis and all of that shit.
Dead ass. And you wouldn't even really know unless you're staring and critiquing the stitching and stuff. Some people have really
which is some nerd shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and if that's what you want,
I guess if you see it when you're on the train.
And if that's what you want, that's what you want for real.
Looking.
But like a real motherfucker ain't going to be mad at motherfucker because he got all some fake. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I wanted
to
shoe.
How it makes you feel.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly for real.
Absolutely. And if you have a good rep.
Yeah, my homie sent me, this motherfucker on Instagram sent me the fake shoe plug for real. I was like, God damn, they got everything on this motherfucker.
But see, I don't want to go goofy crazy and start getting like the crazy like off-white Jordans and stuff.
No,
like,
but I wouldn't even
want those bitches so fucking bad.
But that's the thing though, because this the thing. Going back on what Nate just said, like I look at those shoes as like pieces of art.
Yes, and I'm gonna get if I get it, I gotta get the real deal. Only reps that I've wanted is like that fucking Rick Owens fucking sneaker. That shit has me in a chokehold. But I have platform fucking Chuck Taylors that's giving
Ramones?
The same thing, but I fucking love the way that simple ass shoe looks because I hate designer shit. All of it looks like too much. I'm so simple and wear black all the time. That's my kind of shoe. But that shoe is also like $1,200 and it's sold out all the time. That's the only one that I would probably get the replica for. But when we were on the break, Perry saw me wait fucking 5 years until I could get up tempos in my size, in a grade school size that was my size. And they're not fresh, but if I got a fresh pair, that shit is like $1,200. Someone's reselling their pair.
Yeah. On God, for real. I'm on some fucking shit right now. I'm trying to like what I like for real. I'm gonna cop the fake shoe. If I see the fake shoe and I'm gonna get it, I'm gonna get it.
We got the fake Salehi Crocs.
Oh yeah, the fake, exactly. The fake Salehi Crocs.
Facts.
Fuck it.
And me and Evan have worn them out in the world, and people have definitely like complimented us. Maybe they don't even know like who Salehi is.
A Croc is easier too because it's a mold.
The only noticeable difference is the gray strap instead of a black strap.
It is.
All these niggas wearing fake shit. You see niggas on the internet with all these fucking Travis Scotts and shit. Them bitches fake,
dead
bro.
ass because it's just a picture.
God.
Like you'll never be able to tell.
Yeah.
But I
dude
still
that sent me-
appreciate this making me so sad
G.
for Nate only because he really does care
That's
about
what he
fashion.
care about. You know what I'm
But
I'm not. I'm just like, if I miss it and it's too expensive, I'm just like not gonna get it. You know what I mean?
Facts.
It's just like
that part.
I'm gonna keep doing my research, and if I find it, I'm gonna get it. You know what I'm
Gee,
saying?
the
I
nigga-
wear a 13, so I'm
If you
I'm gonna
supposed to
eventually
have
find
it,
it. You know
if
what I'm
you
saying?
supposed to have it, you finna have
Yeah.
it, and you be having it. So, my nigga.
But
the homie that sent me the fake shoe site, he got
I love it.
he got an IG where he like has the real one next to the fake one.
Yeah.
And he'll like be like real, fake, real. And I'm like, them bitches exactly the same for
Nah,
real.
dead ass.
seen
It'd be
that.
like
I cannot tell
stitching
the
and
difference.
shit.
It's like little stitching shit. It's like placement shit. It's
Can I say something?
the way like the rubber like performs like when you wear it. It's like little shit like that.
Yeah,
But it's
that's
just
my thing is like when I get the fake shoes, I feel like it's gonna make my feet hurt.
yeah. Probably. Most likely.
I was gonna say the name of the company, but
And
I'm
then
not
with the
going to.
Jordans, you got to remember that if the Jumpman looks a little weak, it's like
Yeah.
It's stretched out or something.
If it has a crazy jump, man, like you can see that shit from a distance. Just like I was saying, all those reps, like the only
you can see
reason
Michael Jordan's nose on the.
to see if
on
it's
the
fake
logo.
or not, you would literally like have to get up to the
Yeah.
stitching. The jump, man, you can see that shit from a
Yeah.
from off yonder if it's fake.
The site Buddy sent me, I'm like, these motherfuckers look really good. These are some really good reps for real, yo. Oh,
I would
God,
only
bro.
just like cop like one. I'm with Nate on it though because I feel the same way. I don't know. I've never been able to afford sneakers like that. I have all of my favorite shoes right now. Like all of my favorite like
Straight up.
styles of shoes right now. Like besides like new ones that are out, but like your
Classic
classic, your classic silhouettes. I'm grateful to have all my favorite shoes, but I fucked around and waited for that shit. I waited for that up tempo when people like were copying all different colorways. I need the black and white. Like that's it. That's all.
Yeah, if I can't get it for retail, then it's dead.
Yeah. Cause like
Yeah,
right,
I wouldn't get a fake pair of tempos, bro. I what? I'd rather just wait. And
If I can't
the
get it for
dusty
retail,
pair.
then I didn't get it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I'm not gonna be
yeah.
like, I'm not gonna be like,
be
let me get the red.
it'd be some of those Jordans that I missed out on that I always wanted. Like we were talking earlier, them black toes.
Yeah.
I want those black toes so bad, yo. And I cannot find them bitches. I might just order them bitches off the fake site.
I would be
Or like I want
offended.
the green and white twos. They get like twos that are green.
But see, if
I've
we
been wanting
never
them
had
bitches
this
for so
conversation
long.
and he just came through with the black toe, like that would be the real test. I wouldn't even had this conversation with Nate. Like I would just pull up in the replica and just be like, "Oh yeah, bro.
I'll
Like
probably
I done
never-
saved up my shit, bro. Like, what do you think?"
I wouldn't care. I probably never notice. And
Well, I wouldn't even say it was a rep. I would just try to see if you could see if it was.
and I would not be able to see it.
That's
if it
why-
was the dupe, I'd be like, I'm sending these bitches back now.
Nah.
That's why I was fucking with Media Day, the NBA Media Day, because they was letting niggas
Oh
wear the
my
shoes they wanted to
gosh.
wear for real.
Yeah, DeRozan had those fucking
The up-tempos.
custom up tempos. I did not like them
The
bitches
red,
at all.
DeRozan had some custom up tempos
That
where they was
said
red.
shy.
They shared like
Me
shy
and
ties
Nate were
some shit
talking
on it.
about this shit right before we came back.
Mm-hmm.
It has to say Air, dude. Like there's a very retro classic thing. Like Nike Air was a whole concept that they came up with.
Exactly,
The
yeah.
word Air on that shoe, like, and he was even saying like the Supreme ones. Like, no, I don't want to say SUP. Like, I never needed those words to say anything but Air. Change up the colorway, but
And that's what I'm
Air
saying.
is
That's why
classic
I'm like a
quality.
purist. Like,
Yeah.
Devin Booker had the CDG Converse, so he went crazy with his
That's
uniform.
kind of sick.
That's fly
kinda
for real.
sick.
I fuck with that for real.
Cause I feel like it's classic. It's just like,
Like to take all your pictures in for the year and shit, like in the cone that I sold, Chuck sold.
it's just classic because he has like money. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
but
Like
that's
he
the
could
same
wear
reason-
something else.
That's the same reason I always want them cone that guys. Evan got
But I fuck with it though. I fuck with CDG so much, but I
Yeah.
feel like people have already been over them and they've been played out, but they make play clothes. I fuck with that idea. It's giving like European like clothes that I put on to go outside, and I
Yeah.
fuck
I
with
mean,
that like.
yeah.
Everyday stuff.
I feel like
I fuck with that,
CDG,
yeah.
I
Play
mean,
clothes when I step
that,
outside.
That line is CDG play. Like,
Yeah.
you know, like that, like the heart and like all that shit is cool. And like, you know, yeah, I guess it's been like played out or whatever, but it's still sick. You know what I'm
It's
saying?
a timeless thing. I feel like motherfuckers will always wear that heart.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Like, honestly, like, it's like my, like, dork ass, like, purist attitude that where I'm just like, ugh, but it actually is sick.
But I feel like that's
And I did want a pair, but since it like came out through Converse and it's a Japanese brand, they never made like 12s or 13s, so I can never get
Size 13 Converse looks crazy.
Not their sizes.
Yeah.
That's a good point about the CDG
But-
shit.
That just broke my heart for I did not know you were about to say
nah.
the
Nah, it
reason
don't-
why
it don't-
I'm not
It don't break my
confident.
heart because he get a lot of other shit. A lot of other shit. He'd be like, they only got this at a 13.
I'm glad that we're having this conversation, so I feel okay wearing CDG
It'd be
around
shit go on
Nate.
sale. Be like, they put these on sale, and they be like, oh, they only got a 13.
Me and Marcus went to I think it was like Neiman Marcus or Barney's like in Dallas like years ago, like 2012. He got them. I was like, can I get a 12 or 13? They're like, yeah, they don't make them.
Damn.
I was hurt forever.
But like they rolled that brand out is crazy because they like when I first got into like streetwear and like expensive clothes and shit, they was one of the only brands that still to this day still going crazy because a lot of that other shit is gone.
But that's why I feel
I
like
mean-
people think they're playing.
Like I feel like it's like mark by mark gone. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A lot of those lower brands that like
Perry
Yeah.
really got that shit.
I
Mark
mean,
by
well, yeah.
mark.
I used to wear hella mark by mark. For
Same.
real.
Mark by
Same. I still
mark.
got a lot.
Like, if you know, you fucking know.
I still got a lot. I still got a lot.
Yeah, or even go ahead.
But I mean, even with the CDG shit, like, I mean, June is a great designer, and like, yo, like that play shit, like, really like helped bring like high fashion and streetwear together. Like, that was like one of the first for real.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
yo.
saying?
Cause like think about all the
But,
other
like-
brands that was out back then for real. Ain't none of
Yeah.
them still around for real.
True. I mean, it's like, but like on that tip, it's like them, Y3, like a bunch of other brands that are like still popping that were like high end and were streetwear. You know, but like,
I guess I'm thinking like all the shit they used to sell at RSVP.
oh,
Back
I
in
mean,
the
yeah,
day and
some
shit.
of that shit too. But
'Cause I
like,
remember niggas wearing like Tisa hats. That's gone. Motherfuckers
yeah.
wearing remember niggas wearing D and Ricky pins and shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Cause like that
Bro,
shit
I
was very like
remember-
cartoony and shit.
yeah,
You know what I'm
exactly.
saying? But
40
CDGs,
ounce van.
Yeah.
like,
What
that
is
shit,
the
like-
Tisa shit? Look, now I'm exposing myself, right?
those hats they used to make like
Wait,
sports
so
caps.
I know what they look like, right? I
So-
literally Googled so hard to try to figure out what that brand was.
T-Cell was Taz Arnold, who he was working with like, Kanye and all and Virgil and all of them like way back in the day. And he would find like vintage like sports like snapbacks or whatever. Like, like this Cowboys one or like, a lot of shit that we have. Like say the hat like Evan's wearing.
Yeah.
Would find that shit and embroider like the Tisa logo or whatever, and then like upsell it because nobody was like seeking out like these like vintage hats and like jackets and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And he would just like put his stamp on it,
And that was
like,
the TSA one, right? And it
yeah,
would be
with
like
the colors, the red.
Yeah.
TISA. Yeah.
I remember when I saw that shit, like the way I Googled it, like a fucking. I'm glad no one has a picture of me in anything because I was definitely posering, trying to cop something, but I didn't know what it was. I was like, I feel like that's hard, but I was like, I have no idea what that is. Like Googling.
Or remember the D and Ricky pins,
100%.
the Lego D and
Yeah.
Ricky pins and
Yeah.
shit.
Yep.
I don't even know what that is.
Yep.
See, I told
All
you.
of, but yeah, all of that Tisa. I mean, not Tisa. Motherfucking CDG still around for real.
Yeah. For sure.
Like those Converse are like the perfect spring shoe.
Yeah. And Comme des Garçons is still amazing as a brand without the play. Like,
Yeah.
So do you think that, how do you feel about it just like as a shoe, I guess? Because I feel like sometimes is it easier to like digest a shoe from a brand that you think might have done too much with like hella t-shirts and you've seen that heart everywhere?
Yeah.
But like does the Chuck Taylor like, I feel like that like does something like, I don't know, they did it on the like the off-white like, canvas.
Yeah.
Does it feel like you could take that on before like a sweater, like the shoe? Would you ever wear that, or
I mean, I would
it's
wear-
just dead for the CDG for you?
I mean, like, backing away from like the hype and like people like wearing the shit. Like the shoe is cool, and like the logo is cool, and like I mean I would definitely wear like a cardigan or whatever.
It's
but,
iconic for real.
It really actually is. Like
you would wear it too,
it's a brand. Hell yeah.
Like backing away from like all this like dumb shit that like style people and like sneakerheads do. Like it actually is sick. You know what I'm saying?
Going back to being your fucking self.
Exactly. And it's just like, like we were talking about like the panda dunks. If you back away from like
cop them bitches fake.
I mean, you do not have to.
I feel like they're $100. I feel like they're $90 at Urban Outfitters or some shit.
But, I think they're like 110 or something like that.
Thanks.
But like backing away from all that shit, like the panda dunks, it's a black and white dunk.
Yeah.
Why should anyone feel weird for wearing a black and white dunk?
See, and it goes back to what you guys are saying.
shit.
Can we like anything without feeling judged, or is everyone supposed to
Exactly.
be just like anti everything? But something, put something on our generation where we feel like we can't.
Yeah,
wear
it's
our
stupid.
shit. Like I'll be judged because this is like too. The
Exactly.
word is basic.
Speaking on being yourself, my nigga Jimmy Butler was out here being himself on media day.
Oh yeah. Oh my gosh, I loved it.
I was upset with the internet that y'all just gonna sit here and let Jimmy Butler take my swag for real, man.
Jimmy didn't though. No,
Jimmy
or
heard-
Chuck. Who said it?
Chuck hit me first when in the morning. He was like, "Oh damn," he like Jimmy heard one Saint Icky song and he
I'm fucking dead.
he probably fucking did for real. I was out here with Jimmy and in the motherfucking clubs underground and shit when I was in college. I seen the nigga outside for real. He said a young nigga. But yo, he funny as hell.
If
He
you guys
definitely
don't know, Jimmy Butler came out on media day and he had his hair pressed out with like the emo cut,
With
and he
the-
had like the fake lip piercings
With the
and
eyebrow
shit, and the
piercing.
eyebrow piercing.
Why they-
and he had his
Why he
nails painted and they were like chipped.
Why he was in the locker room playing the used? I'm like, he's funny as hell.
I just
it.
love the antics. Was like, yeah, he's like a basketball player, and I feel like a lot of them like lack personality sometimes. Like they just play ball and they try to be hard.
Yeah, he's funny always.
But he
And
plays like
he's a real
the-
rocker.
Because if you remember, remember last year when he had the long,
he had the locks.
he showed up on media day with the locks for real, and they bogus as hell because he cut them right before the season started. But like his picture was that, so toward the end of the season when they start making they stretch toward the playoffs and shit, they just start using his 2K player.
They said this will do.
What's crazy is
They said that'll do.
What's crazy is we talked about those locks before, and I was like salty because I thought he was serious. So when he did this, I was like, oh, he was joy.
Yeah. So,
funny as
this is
hell.
like your gag, bro. Okay, bet.
He
I
funny
loved
as
it.
hell.
People were like mad as fuck. A lot of you men, you straight men, and I'm gonna say this about the Jimmy Butler shit because I was reading like the comments. A lot of you men really got to figure out your like comfortability with your sexuality because they were coming at Jimmy Butler so intensely,
He already
crazily
knew they was gonna do that.
homophobic, and I'm like, that's wild. He pressed out his
Yeah.
hair like it's not even that serious. Y'all are, and even if he was,
You nigga- yeah.
they're acting like he came out in like a tutu. Even if he did, who gives a fucking
Exactly.
fuck?
'Cause you know
but
why?
he pressed his hair out, and they literally were down. They're like, everyone's gay these days, and
Yeah.
I'm like, that's so
You
wild.
niggas is some hoes for real. I'm gonna tell you. What.
Dead ass.
And I'm gonna tell
Work
you
on
why.
yourself.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you why you niggas is hoes for real. Because if a motherfucker Jimmy Butler want to press his hair out and wear snake bites because he fuck with music, let that nigga fuck with music for real. You know what I'm saying? Everything ain't gotta be a gay or
Yeah,
a straight
or a
thing
straight
for real.
anything. Yeah.
Everything don't have to be a fucking conspiracy about
Literally
masculinity
that.
and
Yeah,
shit.
exactly.
You niggas want to be men and go out here and be men and get a motherfucking job for real. That nigga Jimmy Butler could do whatever the fuck he want because you know why? Because he was the 8th seed and he took his team to the motherfucking Eastern Conference Finals. That's why Jimmy could do whatever the fuck he want to do.
Literally that. Let him
And
know.
even if we didn't, like,
Start taking
Bro, like-
notes.
a bunch of dudes wear like shoulder bags and shit like that, and motherfuckers would be like, yo, that's a purse.
Yeah.
It's just doing a lot. Yeah.
So what if it's a fucking person?
Who give a fuck for real?
Exactly. Is it stopping you from getting to work? Is it stopping you from getting money? Are you losing anything by this person dressing or expressing or fucking who they want?
Yeah, because you know why? Because motherfuckers don't appreciate art. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
That part.
A motherfucker be so pressed in their situation that they just worried about trying to make the ends meet. And like after the ends is meet, you know what I'm saying? Niggas got different needs and shit. You know what I'm saying? Once you got your ends, man, we want to express yourself. Let a nigga express himself. You bitch ass niggas be talking about nigga feminine because your ass working a fucking truck loading zone and shit. And like you gonna think that you less masculine because you can't provide for your motherfucking family. You know what I'm saying?
Spending your whole paycheck on a Burberry shirt with just the logo on it.
Literally that. Amiri, my nigga.
Amiri, what the fuck we talking about?
Okay, a white t-shirt, dog. Wait, pause right now. Okay, and edit this part out. Shouldn't we just keep going and you cut out part of that Drake stuff? Because I feel like we have a good...
No, it's over. It's late as hell.
Over. You need to wrap it up. That's what I've been
All right.
trying to say.
Hell yeah.
We did 20 minutes and we actually did 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, cool.
So
The camera's about to die.
Last thing I gotta say, Wire Air Force One's 115 when they were 110. Face Value Podcast, episode 2.
Bro, this shit is fucking crazy.